Oh yeah. Um, hello. I am back. My OBS crashed. Anyways, so let me just I'm gonna remove the extra one I added. I feel like those are the two extra one I added, and should not change anything about how this works. Cool. Now that we have this, it would be good to have it in a separate file, but let's keep things simple for now and see what we can make. Let's move on and get something more e maybe easier or something. Let's see. Maybe so we have this. What can we make? I like this thing and I've done it before. The the lines. I had a an interesting idea and I have lost the page. So we have this part basically. This is done. Um, this is just like some text. Oh, and with the video that launches at random times. What else do we have? We have like maybe what we can do. Oh, yeah. I think this one is a cool one. That's mostly CSS, if I remember correctly. Um, the borders like this. Uh, 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 uh. We hmm, could make some fancy borders for stuff. Or what else can we take? Yeah, I haven't seen this one properly. Um, I want to do some sort of animation. Or this. This is definitely the easy one. We can do those line borders. Uh, it's not that interesting though. I'm gonna take a break, maybe. Oh, okay. Take a break and think think about something interesting to make. Or like some sort of animation, like this one. Don't be afraid of the dark. Maybe. Hmm. Let's take something like this, and instead, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. So let's take some text. Yeah, I have. Oh yeah, let's make this. I don't know how interesting this is gonna be as a background thing, but um, hmm. Let's put it in a P, I suppose. And I just go here. Okay, this is for. Let me rename this because probably we're gonna have more of these, and this is gonna be. So this is our marquee L. Okay, so marquee uh, and or just and and yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break, and then we can make some sort of encrypted text that. Yeah, I don't know if this is this text? It's not even text. I think this is just yeah, this is just an SVG with all kinds of let one path. How is this one single path? Um, well, anyways, let's see if we can make something cool with this idea. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Just pour myself some coffee. I am back. So, what are we gonna do? This probably should be a pre, and let's give it a class of text mono, no, font mono. And we're gonna need the helper function. Um, let's see. Can I have different on mounts? I probably can. Anyways, uh, random hex. Let's do math.random times 16 and math.floor and two string 16. And let's see. Let's generate, let's say, array from length 12 and then random hex and join with this. This should give us, yeah. And oh yeah, cool. Let's put this, and we can keep it here so that it's visible. Now, what we have to do is probably measure the width of a character in this thing. So, yet again, it is probably not going to be the cleanest, but const measure text, and this is going to create a canvas document or create of new off-screen canvas const c, and then we're gonna and then I don't know, like 30. I think maybe 200 256 by 256 should be enough for a single character. We actually don't need, well, it's fine. And then get context 2D, let's ctx, and what we have to do is probably this will take a element, HTML element, and then we have to do element or window get computed style of element at L or style. And then what are the font stuff? Style.font ctx.font equals, oh, you have to do this. Style.font. I don't know. Let's see what this is gonna say. Bind this to, let's say, text L, and let text L is this. and let's measure text L, and say that this is going to be a HTML element, and also log style dot font. What it's going to give us? Oh yeah, so probably this is good enough. Hopefully Canvas understands this. Font, and there is something about spacing. Letter spacing, Canvas, HTML, Canvas, letter spacing property. Yeah. So ctx dot letter spacing style dot letter spacing. I feel like, yeah, this is this is all the stuff, and I forgot the most important thing. What we can do, yeah, and this is gonna be text, which is the string, and let's say 0, the 0 with character, and then we can do ctx measure text and text, return this. So this gives us the width of a single character or whatever text, and all other metrics that we don't care that much about. So what we can do is basically let's say that this thing is gonna take a width const w, although we might need the height. Well, we will need the height, but width we can leave the CSS, like whatever CSS is applied to it, to decide. Or, yeah, even better. And let's say that this is gonna have a height of 20, or yeah, I think 20. How much is this? 80 pixels. Let's say 100. 100, and with half, and the margin of auto margin auto. Yeah, so it's gonna be set here, and this is what we get. Yeah, so we have this, and what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna measure the text dot width, let cw, this is one character, and we're gonna take the text element, get bounding client rect, let rect, yeah, this can be a const rect, this and this const, okay, and then the number of characters is gonna be rect divided by cw math floor this, so dot width, so this is nb, or c, what is it, columns nc, yeah, and n r with, oh, yeah, probably do it like this. This is with, let's be on this side. Approach of the symmetric interface. Yeah, I don't remember what was the height. I think the height was actually wanting a cent number. Let me check what the returns text matrix object, actual binding box ascent. Let's say, can I have, yeah. Oh. Probably 0 is a good measure. And let's use this. Actual bounding box, ascent or descent, I don't know. CH for character height. Not very good naming, but whatever. And this is height. Let's see, number of characters and number of columns and number of rows. 53 and 33. So let's see if we can make this. So I'm gonna do array from length. So we're gonna do an R, and then for each of these I'm gonna do a array from length number of columns, and then for each of those I'm gonna do a random hex, and then this I'm gonna join by this, and this I'm gonna join by new line. So this should be let text equals this, and then I don't need this, and we can say text element inner text equals text. Yeah, that was the wrong thing. How many columns do we have though? 1, 2. It's not this. Right, alphabet, height, em, font binding box, ascent. Distance from the horizontal line. Oh, I think it was something about ascent minus descent or something. Let's ascent T, and then actual descent descent, and then const ch equals ascent minus descent, or the other way around. Yeah, has not log ch. Does it sound, that does not, does it sound good? Let's not do this. Let me put some like, put a span. here and then put 0. Okay, and let's see if we can measure this. So height 19. Oh yeah, so this is wrong. Huh. What is ascent alone? Is 11 and descent 0.2. Height, ascent. Yeah, I don't. Uh, hmm. Get text height canvas. How to find the height of text and the canvas, blah blah blah. Font binding box ascent plus font binding box descent. Actual height matrix. Oh yeah, so it's a actual binding box. Ascent, actual binding box descent. Ascent plus descent. It still doesn't feel right. 12. This is saying it's 12, but this is telling me 19. Well, 19 is the... Oh, I need the line height. So I think if I do something like window, get computed style of text element, and then I get line height. How much is this? 24 pixels. Yeah, that does not help at all. Because this is actual height, font height. Baseline. Yeah, this does not help. If I do something like this, then so line, what is, how do you set line height? Tailwind. Leading none. I don't know what the fuck that is, but let's say leading 0, leading none. So this kind of helps, but I still don't get the 19, unfortunately. Hmm. Yeah, this will undershoot at least. Let's see. It's gonna. Oh, it did not undershoot it. Oh, wait, I'm doing something wrong. I just can't figure out what. Math floor rect height divided by characters, and so for each row, I create a column. Hmm. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. What did I say? I said this would definitely 16 pixels, maybe. Um, because right now I'm measuring 12 plus some random height, and line height for some reason isn't pixels. Mm, 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 mm. Font size, line height. So, oh, but that hmm, does not help me. What was it? What did I need? Character height 12. So I still have an extra something. I'll go back to this and see. Span 0. Oh yeah, this is counting as 19 though. There is something that I'm missing and I don't see the no wrap preserved. Yeah, because it has some weird space underneath. Does it have others? Can we get some other stuff from this measure text? What else do we have? So right now by measuring we have 12 and maybe like something about uh, alphabetic baseline and EM height ascent, which I have no idea what those are, but we'll figure it out as we go. Let's see. So this is 0 for some reason. What else do we have? Um, hmm. Yeah, I really can't seem to find what the font size, tab size, wrap, stretch, non-solid. Does this thing have something to do? Height 400, line height, preserve. You know what? What we can do is do exactly this. Basically, inside the measure text, yeah, fuck this. Get the element. Uh, Instead of doing this, I'm just gonna do, let's say, a span. Span is gonna be a document create element span. I don't know if I probably have to style font equals this, and span style letter spacing equals this, and then span get bound and claim drag, return this. Let's not do any of this nonsense for now, and just I think maybe to get the this is just probably gonna be 0, 0 or something. Yeah, because it has to be appended. So what I can do, style position absolute. Maybe positioning it absolute changes stuff. No, it does not. You know what? Span opacity. That's probably not. Well, it will work for this thing. We can say L append span, and then we measure and we remove. This is very not the cleanest, but const size, and then span remove, and same thing. It's probably not gonna work, but to what is it? It called twice. Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's go for this. It's and we probably don't even need this position absolute. Doing a absolute so that it does not uh, change, trigger unnecessary renders. Oh yeah. So this is good enough for me. And then we have this up. Let's do this. This is not the thing. This is not the thing. This is not the thing. Height is gonna be CWCH. And I don't even know if the structuring works. CWCH. I'm not even sure if they work. Yeah, that does. With height top. Okay. That's bottom height. Was it because of the I thought I saw. I got excited. Too early. Too early. Yeah. Width and height are still 0 for some reason. Let's not remove this for now. Oh, span inner text equals text. Yeah. Anyways, and let's do this, and go back to whatever we're doing. Anyways, const character width, character height, that's gonna be width and height. We got the equals. This is not needed. This is not needed. This is needed. This, and here we go. This should be good. Okay. Yeah. Finally, something that works. So now we have this. Now that we have this, we can play around. So either, okay, what options do we have? I was thinking, uh, wrap. What we can do is wrap each character uh, with the span, and then we can do crazy stuff like, oh, make this one red, or I don't know, draw around, change the characters underneath, and so on and so forth. So let's do this. So here, instead of doing this, I'm just gonna do something like, so we're gonna create a random hex. We're gonna create a span. Span equals document, create element, and a span, and then we're gonna say span dot inner text is this. So each character gets its own thing. Instead of joining, ooh, yeah, I can't join this like this. Is there a way to join with other than a string? That would have been good. That's fine. So we return this, and so what do we have? So this is gonna be, oh, return span. So this is gonna be a list of span elements, and then so what I can do is reduce ACCC. So this is a line, basically. Line, and oh, this is line, and this is elements. And let's say elements is gonna be an empty thing for now. Return elements. Okay, I'm gonna remove this for now. And so elements is just gonna be push. We're gonna push line as is, and then we're gonna create document, create element. There was a text element, create text node, and we put the n like this in here, const nl for new line, and then we're gonna say element push nl, and as HTML element, or as element probably is enough, because still no text. Maybe span, and then nl dot inner text equals this, and then we push the new line and return the elements, and then inside here we're gonna say append and text. Oh yeah, and now what we get is span elements, and yeah, good. This is good enough. But weirdly, this I don't like how. Oh, yeah. Anyways, we have to watch for its size and re-render this and so on and so forth. It's probably not gonna be the most effective way, but now what we can do is do why I wanted it to be like this is so that we can change stuff quite well, more easy in a more easily, I guess. But I don't know how easy that would be. Maybe you don't need to do it like this. I think what we can do instead, so that we have, oh yeah, never mind. Let's create a let text is a state, and this thing is gonna be a string, yeah, and do this, and it's gonna be our lines. Here we're gonna do this, and array from length, blah blah blah. This we don't need anymore. This we don't need. This we don't need. The whole reduce thing we don't need. And here we just return this. Yeah, this whole thing goes back to whatever it was. And what is it saying? String is not a sample type string. Oh, and I don't need this. Oh yeah. And then here we can play around, and we can say each line text, add a line, and then same thing, each line as char, and do span char and span new line. And this did not work as expected. What did I fuck up? How is this? What? 115. Huh. What is this? Oh. I have to do it like this, I suppose. This is such a crappy way of doing it. And because of the whole pre thing, and then yeah, and it just gets worse. And it's adding because we are preserving the new lines, and does not seem to want to behave. Is it behave? Okay, finally. Oh yeah, this is really ugly code, by the way. Like it's so unreadable. Maybe does it care about those? Like if I can, at least like make it a lit. I can't even do that. Yeah. No. Nope. Whatever weird thing. Yeah. No. It's taking. Yeah. This has to be like this. So the new lines can happen on edges of things. So if I do it like this, well, it doesn't work. Anyways, this works. This works. Not the best, but whatever. And here we can do stuff like class, and I'd say hover, just for now. Hover text red 5 or 7 or whatever. Yeah. And this is gonna be it for now. I might come back tonight or something. So what I was thinking of doing is basically treat each letter as a as a pixel, and then do some crazy rendering, some opacity, and so on and so forth. But actually, like animating this is not very hard. So what you can do, let's say, set interval every let's say every second or every half a second. Go in math, random, text length. This will give me a RC, const RC, math floor times, and then column. Oh, this is row, random row, random column, and column is going to be text 0 dot length, random color, random row, and then do like r text. So we take the rr rc equals random hex, and yeah, it's not even visible, but maybe like every second. Every second. And things are flipping around and blah blah blah. Yeah. So yeah, just treat this as a 2x2 screen. 2x2 as a screen, and then draw stuff around, and we will see what we can do. I was thinking some like pulse things uh, or yeah, I don't know. I think what an easy one would be to maybe this. Let's do this in a loop. Let's say this is every for let I equals 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, and then do this. Yeah, maybe 50. There you go. Anyways, this is not the way I think I'm gonna be doing it, but so one example of some things that we're gonna play around with. What I was thinking is track the cursor, its coordinates on the grid, and then we can do some like maybe get a sign distance field and color those accordingly. Let me see if I can do. Maybe if I do cursor non as for this one. Yeah. So here we are. You have like a weird ass cursor, but yeah, we can do some drawing on this grid. Maybe change some pixels, flip them around, make it look cool, I guess. Maybe extend this, add some the same kind of shadows around here. Thank you guys for watching, whoever is watching, and maybe see you today